To this date, we don't know where she is at.
Jeffrey Lynn Smith seemed to just vanish.
Nobody seemed to know where she went.
She was last seen with her boyfriend on Silver Street in Hot Springs, December 4th, more than 3 decades ago.
She's been missing since 1985, and she'll always be in the database as a missing person until the day that she's found.
It's basically a storage area where we house human remains.
Kermit Channel is executive director of the Arkansas State Crime Lab, an essential resource for law enforcement agencies working missing persons cases.
We have to determine, well, who is this individual? And we do that by our scientific testing.
Often it's skeletal remains the crime lab is tasked with identifying. Sometimes that job is more complicated than others. Many times it's just bone fragments. In some cases, all they can do is build a DNA profile and update the national database.
Now I have 72 unidentified person cases listed here.
In the case of Jeffrey Lynn, she was never seen again. No part of her.
We have no physical evidence at all. That's what's been so frustrating in this case.
Lieutenant Dwayne Tarbett with the Hot Springs Police Department says Jeffrey's case was initially worked as a runaway, but quickly shifted to a missing person. It eventually went cold, though. Years later, in 2008, it was reopened with a potential lead to a body, but still nothing. 3 more years passed, and there was another in-depth search of the same area.
We searched this area here with cadaver dogs.
At one point in the city, a human skull was found and sent to the lab at the University of North Texas.
They were able to identify the approximate age and the race, and that it was a female skull, but were never able to identify who it belonged to.
It was ruled out as Jeffrey because the age and race didn't match. Both Channel and Lieutenant Tarbett understand the value of modern science and how it can solve cold cases. But for Jeffrey Lynn, like so many others, until they have that tiny bit of physical evidence to work with, the case remains frozen.